Hello and welcome, Lynx. Here we are playing a sky full of stars. In the meantime, I actually realized, from real life kind of experience, why I don't like childhood friends. Probably. Or something like that. I realized basically a situation which made me really probably dislike them, basically. Maybe someday I'll tell you. Maybe. Maybe I will not, who knows. Anywho, a comet is coming close. The Earth is in danger. I mean, maybe it's a good thing, given the fact that for some reason we are going into psi asteroids. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if a comet would eradicate us. There we go. But again, Hikari is also a childhood friend. And I actually like her. Anywho, that was all over the internet at the start of the year. Was it? A large comet was going to pass between the Earth and the Moon. One theory said that due to the comet, the Earth would change so much it would bring humanity to the brink of destruction. People had started to panic, but in the end everything had gone back to normal in a few days. Let's say, hypothetically, a comet did pass the Earth. If it actually grazed the Moon or the Earth, it would be a big problem. I mean, with the Earth, I can imagine. I wonder what would happen if it grazed the Moonfall. Probably depends on, obviously, what angle, how much, what was the power and so on, and many other variables, but whatever. But if it just passed through the empty space, then nothing extraordinary would happen at all. I mean, I feel like just the thing passing by is sort of extraordinary, but it was not the first time that a comet had caused people to panic. About 100 years ago, the famous Halley's Comet had swooped by somewhat close to the Earth, causing people to panic. False rumors began to spread, such as when the Earth was to pass through the comet's tail, the air would become poisonous. As the rumors spread, people panicked and were doing things such as buying up bike tire tubes and the like. Bike tire what? Since ancient times, comets such as Halley's are often called hokiboshi, like Hikari. They've been constantly thought of as ill omens. There are people who think that comets are similar meteors, and actually they are not so far off. Meteors are small celestial bodies that emit light when they fall into the atmosphere. However, comets are farther away and don't come into contact with the atmosphere. The way they emit light is different from the meteors. Okay, got it. That one letter too much. There are other people who imagine that comets are like the parents of meteors, simply because their names and looks are similar. But it would be so wrong to think of them like parents. Comets are loose piles of cosmic debris that gives off gases while flying through the space. Comets leave behind dust tails, and when those interact with the Earth, a certain astronomical phenomenon occurs. A meteor shower. A meteor shower is where the Earth passes through the dust left behind by a comet. As this dust enters the atmosphere, it appears as many shooting stars. We can see these beautiful meteor showers because of comets. For better or worse, comets sure make a ruckus. This year's end of the world prediction was just a farce, and anyone who was interested in astronomy would know that a comet like that doesn't exist. I mean, maybe it is somewhere far, far away. Who knows? But there was another comet coming towards us. With all the data that we gathered, this hokiboshi wasn't exactly a bad omen. For I wouldn't say that it wouldn't make a ruckus. Certainly an amateur astronomer like myself could predict that this comet will liven up our tranquil lives. I love that bell, for some reason. I wish the bells in Poland were like that as well. They sound kind of nice, and they are not deafening most of all. The ones in Poland, jeez, if you were underneath a bell, RIP the earworms. When the bell rang at the end of the day, the school doors opened and the students started to leave like an avalanche. I left the classroom labeled 2-4 with my bag on my shoulder. Interesting. It is kind of interesting how... I mean, I guess it really depends on the country, but... To me, it's interesting how in Japan they name the class. You know, if there are multiple second classes, it's 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, and so on. While here it's 2A, 2B, 2C, and so on, so on, so on. Or sometimes it depends what kind of course you actually take, so that actually is in high school already. Like I was in 1-2-3I, right? Because math/IT. Like if someone was into biology, then in B. What else was there? I think someone who was into like supposedly like a bit more into Polish language or history, they were like AC. But there were 2 classes for that. A and C, I believe. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe one of them was H? Who cares, to be honest? They are not relevant. Kind of. Later. My classmates chatted with each other as they wondered, wait, it's 2-4, we are after graduation already. Talk about being slow to noticing. My classmates chatted with each other as they wandered off to their club activities. I headed off in a different direction. I was going to the astronomy club room in the second school building. Heyo, who's that? Do we get another, from the looks of it, loli? That's not good.
Konnichiwa.
Hinami, she also sounds like loli. That's a pass. I set my bag down and took a seat. Hinami stood up and prepared some tea after boiling water in the electric kettle.
Dozo, buchou.
Dozo! Thank you, Hinami.
Dozo, corona no oni-san.
Thank you.
Not referring by name. Takechi picked up the teacup he got from Hinami and took a sip while eating his melon bread. He was looking at his phone pretty seriously. Oi. Hinami returned to her seat and opened her magazine Guide to Astronomy. The fact that the toothbrush is still here. Her name was Hinami Yamada. She had joined the astronomy club earlier this spring. In other words, she was younger than me. Okay. Hey? Can I help you? Also, you know what? I think I've heard her voice as well somewhere. But this time I'm not able to trace it. Like with Kirchheisen. Or should I say Narue, because we are playing a sky full of stars, right? Sky. Oh, fuck. I'm logged off when it comes to VNDB now. Hinami. Of course I'm not looking at the correct place. Toyoda, Keisuke, Murita, Hinami. Momose Poko. Honestly, I do not recognize the name. Maybe I'm mistaken. Certainly not anything that I would play in the past when it comes to visual novels. Iwasaki Haruna. Let's see. No, please, no. I don't want to use the worst anime source. She was only in 2 animes. Martian Matchen. Kakucho Shoujo Kei Trinary. I have not watched any of those. ...2018 and 2017. Anyway.
したいです。
Oh, I see. Hey, huh?
ダメですか？ダメですよね。
Wow.
それではさようなら。
Why would you not? Wait, come back! What do you think? Heart attack! I ran 2 meters! Anyway, welcome to the Astronomy Club? Man, that surprised me. I never thought that the first year would want to join the club. I found this out later, but Hikari was one of the guests that came to observe Pleiades. Ichigo! She was Corona's classmate, and it was, well, she might have been a classmate in the past as well, I guess. But whatever. She was Corona's classmate that was interested in the stars. After coming to the Stargazers meetup, she decided to join the Astronomy Club. It'd been half a year since she joined, but...
太陽系のなんと相性なることよ。
Is she a psycho or something? But I still didn't know what she was thinking. Well, she was interested in astronomy and our activities, but most of all, I was just glad that Night had helped her see the world of astronomy. I tried to imagine telling Orihime about it. And that's what happened. Thanks to you, there's finally a new club member. Orihime?
ごめんなさい。涙で文字が読めなくて。星はいつか熱を失い、死を迎えるけれど、同時にこの宇宙には新しい星も生まれている。
Sometimes I don't understand what she says as well.
マイヤの輝きよ、永遠なれ。
We said our New Year's congratulations while opening an expensive-looking box of macaroons. But even though we had a new member, there was still only 2 of us, so we didn't have many activities that we could do. I'm telling you man, invest in a clock with indicators, you will immediately gain the members. That's the secret. Normally we would just get together in the club room, read books, look up stuff on the net, and record what we saw while stargazing. On top of that, I had to work, so there is only so much time that I could be here. That's why we relied heavily on the Six Stars Club to do big activities. Where we did stargazing meetups together, lent each other equipment and taught each other techniques. Yesterday we borrowed a camera from Nishihai and tried to take photos of celestial bodies. When someone younger joined the group, I finally understood what Orihime once told me. There was no mistake, the Six Stars Club had been helping the neighborhood astronomy clubs liven up their activities.
やっぱこれって
Oi.
だよな。
Hey, you, non-club member.
俺のことか。
I don't have to yell hey to Hinami when I say that. It would be great if you realized that I'm always talking to you.
お、
After he replied, he went straight back to his phone. I took a deep breath, stood up and went behind Takeichi. What are you looking at?
コメットガール。知ってるか？
Never heard of it. It's some kind of idol band?
ある意味そうなりつつあるかもな。昨日ぐらいから話題になってんだけど。
Yesterday.
これってさ。
Takeshi started to show me some low-quality video on his phone. Right when I was about to look on my phone beep telling me that I had a message. With that I turned to face Hinami. Hinami, are you ready?
ダークエネルギーを手中に収め、ゆくゆくはこの宇宙を。
Dude, we got a psycho into the club, definitely. Hello, Hinami, come back to us.
はい大丈夫です
She blushed, realizing that I saw that her head was filled with terrible fantasies. I grew used to it, but at first I was a little scared to be alone in the same room with her. Okay, we're going out for a bit.
どこ行くんだよ
To the Six Stars Club meeting. The Six Stars Club would meet up once a month. By the way, Taka, isn't the winter tournament coming up soon? Stop wasting your time here and go to practice.
やべもう始まる時間だわ監督にどやされる
Takechi looked at his watch and put his phone in the pocket. He had joined the varsity team in his second year. Eh? It seemed he was the team ace. He'd been really working hard in practice ever since they got past regionals. Woo!
山田ちゃんお茶ごちそうさん
いえまたいつでもどうぞコロナのお兄さん
We left the room. Hinami, you don't need to give him any tea, you know. If he's too comfortable, then he'll just stay.
うちの母が野良猫にするような扱いをすればいいんですね
Okay, you know
ラ
what?
ジャーです
You know what? She stays in the club. And how does she treat stray cats? I was curious, but I decided not to ask. Actually, you know what's funny? Especially if you live, I would say, in a condensed area with many people basically in the neighborhood. Even if there are stray cats, you don't really need to do anything. You bet that some old ladies are taking care of those cats. Yeah. Funnily enough, they even built him like a little built for the cats, like a little shelter in an area that is kind of not visible to people. Interesting. Anyway, actually, it would be more entertaining to see Takechi ask her about it while it happened to him. We're talking as we left the building.
おやおやあれは麗しのかよい妻ちゃんではありませんか嘘どこどこほんとだ久しぶりじゃん元気してたかよい妻ちゃんあはいまたねバイバイさよなら
Wow, that was such a deep talk. So I finished greeting the student that she had never met before. Hey.
あきとくん
そうや。
こんにちは天の川先輩
You know me when Steve just took in say it.
こんにちは山田さん
It looked like Hinami was dizzy and lightheaded for some weird reason.
本日も美しいです天の川先輩きっとあなたはアルビレオからやってきた白鳥のプリンセス
Take her, please. Just take her. She's yours. Saya tilted her head, looking confused. Sorry about her.
いいよ人前じゃなきゃ
Shall we go? That message earlier was Saya telling me that she arrived. We're going to the meeting together.
行こう山田さんきっとアルビレオは悪の銀河帝国に占領され地球へ逃げ延びてきたプリンセスは身分を隠しはい
What? What a weirdo. The three of us got on the bus and headed to the meeting place at Meiko Academy. Saya could go there alone, but she's pretty shy with you, so we tend to go there a lot together. So what are your other club members doing?
漫画の締め切りがあるんだって同人誌だったかな
Oh. I know, but I didn't really get it. What do you mean? A girls inside an astronomy club other than Saya drew comics. Since their school had forbidden any comic club from being established, they had been using the astronomy club as a cover to do their activities. We know that. But it wasn't like they were participating in any astronomy club activities. Those girls had come to play at Ichigo's first light event at the end of the last year. They said that they were drawn to the beauty of stars and all the mythology, and they had liked how cool our homemade telescope was. When they saw play at Ichigo, they had been shouting, "Amazing! This is amazing!" Even I saw how excited they'd been. That's why they kept going to the meetup, and why the Six Stars Club's website had more art and a comic explaining what we did on it. From that night, our club had started to change little by little.
Nani?
So as Hinami, noticing that she kept stealing glances of her once we sat down.
天の川先輩は部長の通い妻なのですか?
No. I choked without thinking as I stood holding onto the strap. The other passengers around us started listening in to our conversation just by the mention of that one word. Hinami, about that, no!
そうだよ.
I fucking hate you so much. No, she's not. Oi!
なんて嘘嘘、アキト君とはただの幼なじみ.
Exactly.
そうですか.
Hinami and the rest of the passengers around us had a mixed look of relief and disappointment on their faces. I don't really understand why disappointment, I mean, come on. Well, that would surprise anybody. A young girl like her saying that she was married with a smile on her face. Please, stop teasing people younger than you. And stop pissing me off. Hinami would take it seriously.
ごめんなさい.
Stop. Saya just laughed like she didn't do anything bad at all. My heart was completely at a standstill because, well, there was no reason to race at all. I decided to do what Lynx would absolutely hate and go along with the joke. Saya wasn't my wife and will not be. We weren't even dating, and we will not be. We were just friends. Just that. Just that! But Saya and I and one other old friend had a secret. About 1 year before, Saya had asked me out. Hey, so what? Okay. Yeah, that was the previous episode. I hated it.
今も
Okay.
私の気持ちは
Okay, I'd been seriously bothered by its events. Told me how she felt, blah blah blah. Actually, I wasn't. I wasn't at all. It was the normal reaction for a boy to feel lucky. I mean, you would be lucky if it was like Hikari, Orihime, Honoka, your sensei. Maybe Corona. And there, I think that's the end of the cast that you could feel lucky about. There was nothing to worry about. Anyone had been happy to have her as a girlfriend, except me. Like, in fact, like a gift from the heavens. Meh. But it was okay to date her for such simplistic reason. I had been troubled by it, and Saya had sent me a message. She did.
お話があります.
No, we don't.
明日星のダムに来てください.
And we didn't go again. We need to talk. No, we don't. I had viewed the lake from the dome as I had waited for Saya. The last time Saya had called me down here was all the way back then, when the bridge had still been there. Well, waited, I thought about that time, 4 years ago, and what it had been like. How would I have responded if I had read that letter back then? Reject. I was really depressed back then. I was so angry because I had just got into a fight with Hikari and stopped being her friend. Then she moved away before we could make up. No matter how it answered, I wasn't in the most cherry of moods. Cherry? Chiri? It's been 6 years since I met Saya. I thought we'd always be friends. Just that. Just that. Nothing more than that. I would see her as more than just a girl from time to time. But I just drove those emotions away because, well, they didn't really exist. Developing feelings for a friend seemed like it was betraying the friendship. Not necessarily true. How do I put this? It might seem cool, but I guess we were just kids back then. I had more fun exploring the mountains and looking at the stars with both of them than I had figuring out any romantic interest. Well, if anything, it should be Hikari, but well. And that's why I thought Saya, and even Hikari didn't see me that way either. I didn't even think it was possible to begin with. It seemed like Hikari still didn't see me that way. Which is a problem. But that was all a long time ago. I wasn't a kid anymore. I need to give Saya a proper answer. A rejection. What am I gonna do? Thank you. Thank you. Maybe there is someone else. Dude, no hesitation with the choice. She flat for. She had a good personality. Yeah, no. I've seen better. Thoughtful and sensitive. Is she for? Most importantly, instead of running from me like every other girl, she accepted me as I was. Which of the every other girl supposedly runs away from you, dude? Corona clearly is after you. Orihime clearly didn't mind even being in the same room for the entire night. I don't know what he's talking about. There really isn't anything for me to worry about. Is how I should think. So why I was worrying so much? You know what, now that I think about it, that choice should have definitely been before. Because if we are rejecting her, she should not try to joke like, oh yes, I'm his wife. Yeah, honestly, I would be so pissed. So why was I worrying so much? For an instant I almost thought about someone else, but I drove those thoughts out of my mind. Why couldn't I just accept those feelings? Her triumphant look came to mind. I was... What do you mean, triumphant? What do you mean, what? Dude, I was probably just getting emotional because she had left. What is he talking about? There is always a chance my feelings would change tomorrow. No. I can assure you that no. I'll never choose Saya. It would be bad if those feelings turned out to be love. I would just have to see how things turned out. But what would I tell Saya? Dude, I already told you. Reject. I'll just tell her the truth. Yeah. Whoa. I reacted without being shocked. I nearly jumped from the mention of my name. I cleared my throat and turned around. Hi. Nah, it's okay. I just got here myself, like half an hour ago. I was correct! I arrived 30 minutes before, but deep in my thoughts I had lost track of time. So yeah, for what? She quickly stopped me when I got the courage to start talking.
先に言わせてほしいの。
Ugh. She started looking at me too, so I shut my mouth. Yeah, basically so she can actually try to make you think, no, maybe I should accept her. She went quiet to take a few deep breaths, and then suddenly her breathing increased. After her breathing calmed down again, so I had a hint of determination in her eye as she talked.
この間のこと謝りたいの。
Yeah, you have a lot to apologize for.
ごめんなさい。
Before, what was she talking about?
その急にあんなことしちゃって。
Yep, you have to apologize. Was she talking about the kiss? Yes, you have to apologize. How dare you?
光から封がされたままの手紙を渡されたとき、私嬉しかった。まだ振られてなかったんだって。
I do right now.
まだ可能性あるんだって。
No.
分かってるよ。あるって言ってもほとんどないのと同じくらいだってことは。
It is non-existent.
でも全くないのとほんのちょっぴりでもあるのとは違うから。
She was looking down, flushed red from being so embarrassed.
そのほんのちょっぴりのせいで気持ちの制御ができなくなっちゃったんだと思う。それでつい。
Yeah, she kissed me. Ugh. Oh, I forgot about something. I was supposed to edit something out with that kiss. Ah, you know the JoJo scene, right? From the first season. When a certain Dio kissed a certain woman. You know what she did. That's what Akito should have been doing there as well. Anyway. So I was beat red, but so was I, probably. I mean, it is kind of warm here, yeah. I mean, the weather is getting actually hotter, so... I've never been so embarrassed in my life. And you know, the PC running here, dude, it's not easy. 2 monitors. Anyway, I've never been so embarrassed in my life, it's just thinking about it makes me lightheaded. Nah, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
でもね、違うの。あれはね、そういうんじゃないの。
Wasn't like what? Are you saying that you don't like me? Safe ever she shook her head.
気持ちを伝えたかっただけ。私の気持ち、ハックに知っててほしかった。
Well, you did, and on my 4... I'm sorry, what? Are you fucking kidding me right now, game? What? I'm sorry, what? Did I freaking misclick or something? What do you mean you accept it? Hearing what I said, I looked up with a sense of relief. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Okay, got it. You only accept the fact that she has feelings for you. Okay. Alright, there is still... Dude. You know what? I'm probably blushing or whatever. My face is getting red because of this actually getting on my nerves. Anyway, that's why I want to give you a real answer now. So I wouldn't seem careless. I straightened myself up and Sai just shook her head.
だから、もういいの。
Hey?
それで十分だから。気持ち、ちゃんと伝えられただけで。
Dude, don't fall for that. Just reject.
明日からは、また、前みたいに接してほしい。
Dude, reject her. Come on, man, you have to. What are you talking about? I can't do that. I already knew how she felt. Reject. Don't hold back, Shia. What? What do you mean? So it's held back to do what Hikari and I wanted. I didn't want her to wait or hold back anymore. What do you mean?
我慢じゃないよ。ダメなんかじゃない。
What do you mean?
だって好きだって気持ちがちゃんと伝わったなら、それだけでもう十分すぎるくらい幸せなんだもん。
Dude, just reject her. What she's saying right now is such a bullshit. Once you get on with someone, she will be interfering like crazy. Dude, reject her.
知っててもらえるだけでいいんだもん。
Reject her, I beg you. So yo.
それにあっくん優しいから、こんな私のこと面と向かって振るなんてできないでしょ。
Why not? He's doing it right now. Nothing came out of you after hearing that. She did know me.
今あっくんに OK って言ってもらえても、私素直に喜べないよ。
She's so going to interfere, man. I guess she thought that I was just able to turn her down. If I agreed to go out with her, no matter what my true feelings were, she would always be in doubt. She thought that I would say it out of pity. I mean, why else would you say it to her? Be honest.
それに今はダメだよ。
The fuck? See, I told you, she will be interfering in the future. What?
だって今はがいないもん。
Dude, you're such a piece of shit, Saya.
私また抜け駆けすることになっちゃうよ。
Saya buried her face, nearly mumbling something that I couldn't hear. Then she became quiet. So I'm not allowed to say how I feel. I see. I see how it is. She just shook her head.
付き合うって言われても信じられないし、振られるのはもっと嫌だ。
Wow, you are so ridiculous. What a ridiculous, but honest person is ridiculous, man. Isn't that a little unfair? I get to know your feelings, but you don't get to know mine. She stared away in frustration. I guess she didn't see it as unfair, which is ridiculous, dude. Alright, fine. You clearly are the worst girl, as I predicted. Thinking about how I held onto those feelings for 4 years, I thought it was only a natural punishment for me to agonize over mine for a while. Not really. Alright, we'll go back to how it always was, or whatever. It's not okay, as subtly implied. I didn't really think that was going to be easy.
そうして。
I took one close sigh and abruptly reached out my hand. And so I took one step back in shock. Oi. You had started running away from me now. You want it to be normal, right? Or are we going to act differently now? How about we go back to the way after Hikari left the first time, where there was no contact at all? Oh, that would be perfect. I tried to jokingly scare her.
やだ。
Huh? So I started to tear up and put her head on my chest. I just stroked her hair. Next.
照れるよ。
Oh yeah, it's embarrassing for me too. We kept this up for a while and then I let Saya go. She looked like she just got out of the sauna. Her face was red and she sighed deeply. Do you really think you can keep going on like nothing happened?
頑張る。
She kept turning back and forth. It was like she couldn't make up her mind.
だからあっくんは
Oi! Speak what you wanted to say there.
もしだよ、他に好きな人ができたり。
Like, literally every other character.
もういたりするなら。
There is. I suppose there she looked up at me. It's like she was asking if there was somebody. Yes, there is.
私のこと気にせず付き合ってくれていいからね。
You'll so be interfering, won't you?
それが今まで通りってことだから。
I frowned down at her.
なんでそんな顔するの？
Nothing. Even Polish had asked me out. It felt more like I was being dumped. Did it? Fine then, only if there is a girl that likes me.
いるよ。アキトくんかっこいいもん。すぐにいい人見つかるよ。
Yep, somehow it really did feel like a breakup. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, no complaints if it actually is. Twisting?
何するの？
I don't know. Just practicing how to be normal. I said bluntly, walking forward.
待ってよ、アキトくん。
Saya followed as she fixed her twisted and mangled hair. You should reject that phone. And that's what had happened. But been about 10 months before. After that, it wasn't like we could just go back to normal, even though we had been friends for a long time. Every time I thought about it, it just felt awkward. But still we got used to it, and over time things were getting back to normal. Right now, at first glance, we're just friends. And we are. Since then, Saya had never outwardly shown me how she had felt for nearly a year. It was getting to the point where I was beginning to doubt how she felt about me now. That was a risky joke.
どうかした？
Nothing. By the way, did you hear anything from Hikari? Saya shook her head.
メッセージを送ってもずっと未読のままになってる。
Me too, I wondered what happened to her. Hikari was overseas. We hadn't seen each other the entire time, but we were still keeping in contact over the net. We'd send messages, chat on the phone, and log in the Six Stars Club group chat as well. But a few days earlier, we'd lost contact. The internet over there wasn't so good, so... so we would lose the connection sometimes, but this was the longest that we'd gone without talking.
何かあったのかな？
I was worried too, but we had no other way of getting in touch with her. Alright, let's find out her family's contact info. Maybe if we ask Noriko, she would be able to tell us.
そうだね。
As we were talking, the bus arrived at our stop. Maybe we won't have to ask Noriko? I don't know, I have this weird feeling in my gut. We stopped right in front of the door labeled Astronomy Club. We knocked and waited for a moment.
Hi!
Maybe we don't have to wait exactly. The door opened from inside and I entered the room. Excuse us!
こんにちは、スラミくん。
Wasn't that Hikari's voice? Thank you, Konaka.
いらっしゃい、アキミ。
Wait, you are in this school? Let's go! Korona came with Onoka to greet us. Hey Korona, you seem good.
元気だよ。さやさん、山田さんもご足労ありがとうございます。お邪魔します。
So that's how female uniforms in our school look like. You know, for a guy, it's pretty decent. Kinda blunt for a girl, to be honest.
失礼します。ひなみ、いらっしゃい。
I think you have the best ones. Like you, Honoka, and of course, Orihime when she was still a student.
天の川先輩も一応いらっしゃい。
I like your attitude towards her. Kurana did that with a hint of dissatisfaction. Kurana had come a long way. At least now she was capable of saying hello to Saya.
こんにちは、コロナちゃん。ほんと。ひなみ、元気だった？まずまず。コロナはあんまり元気そうじゃないね。なんでわかるの？から元気なのが顔に出てる。あはははははは。周りがお嬢様ばっかりでさ、庶民の子が来るような学校じゃないんだよ。
Oh yeah, she wanted to join our school, right?
また言っているのですか。いい加減慣れたらどうです？だって。
It seemed like Korona was suffering too. Well, You look good in your school uniform, for.
本
We got her.
当？コロナもそう思ってるんだ。やっぱ元が可愛いと何でも似合っちゃうのかななんて。
Corona wiggled into the pose and looked my way. I avoided her gaze. She had just entered Meiko Academy this year. This was the road that she had chosen, but I'm sure that joining the Six Stars Club and meeting Orihime and Honoka had something to do with it. She had joined the Astronomy Club right after she had entered the school and had been doing activities with Honoka.
いいなあ、ひなみんは。アキ兄と一緒に部活できて。楽しい。特に昼間、太陽黒点の観測をしている時が。黒点なんか見たってつまんないじゃん。地味だし全然綺麗じゃないし。黒点がある日突然巨大化して地上にとてつもない磁気嵐が吹き荒れる様を想像してみて。
Oh boy.
ね。いや、ねって言われても。そんな大異変の兆候が今日にも現れるかもしれない。そう思うとほらドキドキするでしょ。全然。やっぱひなみん変わってるね。
I agree with that. They might be completely different, but they did get along well. Where is everybody else?
もう来るはずです。どうぞくつろいでいってください。コロナお茶入れてくるね。私も手伝う。
And the first years went off to make tea. Then we waited for the other schools to show up.
それでは。
それでは
第11回むつら星定例会を始めたいと思います。
That's how the current president Onoka started the meeting. There were 5 different schools gathered in Meiko Academy's astronomy room.
では各校の活動状況の報告をお願いします。まずは西高さんから。
はい。
Toyoda Nishihai's current president stood up. Nishi. So he was with Naruwa in school. Is this the guy she was supposedly close with? I kinda doubt, yeah. I understand why Hikari said they are not into any sort of romantic relationship. Yeah, I get it. He was pretty quiet looking boy.
うちは先週遠出して富士山をバックに成形写真を撮影してきました。天体ガイドに投稿したので、もしかしたら来月号に載るかもです。
That's it? Toyoda looked proud of himself when everybody seemed amazed. For the most part, Nishihai's focus on gadgets had been because of his focus on taking photos of celestial bodies.
それでは諸見沢工業さんどうぞ。
Wait, that's it?
うっす。俺らは秋の星座の観望と星座神話をモチーフにしたポエム作りをやってました。
Yankee boy. Kawana Kajima, the president of Morimisawa Astronomy Club, sounded tough, but if you listen to what he was talking about, he did seem a little rough.
秋の夜空といえば星座っす。エチオピア王家の物語を星空に描き思いを馳せるのは俺らモロコ天文部の最も楽しみにしてることっす。
But his topics were just so girly.
いつも素敵なポエムの投稿をありがとうございます。むつら星ブログの読者から今月も感想をいただきました。
Interesting.
恐縮っす。
Nothing wrong about that, I guess. They posted their poems on the blog every month and a few of their fans had left their impressions. I was fairly certain that those fans thought that it was girls who were writing the poems for. It was traditional for Muramisawa to observe the constellations and do something romantic about them.
では聖戦女子さん。はい。
Saya stood up.
私たち聖戦女子天文部は諸見沢工業天文部の皆さんから送っていただいた神話ポエムにイラストをつけていました。
あざーっす。
Kawana Kajima stood up, yelled, and both suddenly started scaring Saya.
私も時々星の第一天文部の皆さんと天体観測をしていました。以上です。いつも素敵なイラストをありがとうございます。と部員の方々にお伝えください。おかげでサイトが華やぎます。
Oh. The Season Girls Astronomy Club designed the Six Stars Club mascot and released illustrations of it. Nice.
では、星野大地さん。
Okay, we've been observing sunspots during the day and have gone looking at the stars every now and then. Sunspots are observed during the daytime, so it was something easy for students to do. I didn't know how to reply to Kuruna's dissatisfaction with them, but once you started, it was quite addictive, you know. Besides, you could use those daytime techniques to look at Venus or Mercury. It definitely was something an astronomy club should do. And anyway, it was a good chance to let Hinami do some astronomical activities.
それでは最後に、私たち明光学院天文部ですが、先月同様、惑星観測を継続してやっています。
After Meiko's Academy report, we were all done. Norika retired in the summer, and since they didn't have any new people, Ama Heights Astronomy Club was suspended due to no active members. Aww. Nishihai's Neru and Moromisawa's Keisuke had also retired, but those two schools had younger members to take over their clubs. Which we, already know. Everybody was seriously short members and were barely doing any activities now. After each school had reported in, it was time for the Six Stars Club report.
すでに資料はお送りしていたと思います。
Everyone took out their phones or tablets and pulled up the documents that Honoka sent. It contained all of the Six Stars Club's achievements and blog traffic information for the last month.
アクセス数だいぶ減っちゃったね。
目立った活動がないですからね。
When we had posted the manufacturing journal of Pleiades Ichigo, something curious had happened. We kept getting more views. No surprises. After that, we reached our peak with the first light article, then started losing views. Now we were getting less than half the hits of our peak.
今のままじゃアピールが足りないっす。何かでかいことをやらないと。
It was just as Toyoda and Kawakajima said. We hadn't done anything big with the Six Stars Club recently. Just holding some stargazing events every now and then wasn't too appealing to outsiders. I guess the group was starting to get a little dull. Reading the room, Honoka started to speak.
やはり、そろそろ動かしたいですね。例の計画を。
Yeah, we should. Project Starlight. I cautiously said the name.
天文に注目が集まってる今がチャンスだよ。
Everyone nodded at Kurena's comment. There had been a bit of a boom for astronomy this year, all because a certain astronomical event was predicted to happen. Not visual stuff like passing comet, something more well-founded. The Six Stars Club would be able to ride this boom, and we would show everyone just how fun astronomy really was.
もう1ヶ月ほどしか時間がありません。ここは動くべきかと。
Yeah. So look at me with worry as I look troubled. What? What, because Hikari is not around? Come on. I want to go ahead with this plan. However, there was a reason why I was hesitant. No reason to hesitate. The ever so vital project leader was currently missing.
もうやっちゃおうよ。
そうっす。リーダーが帰ってくるのを待ってたら間に合わなくなるっす。
Exactly.
やるならなるべく派手めでお願いします。その方が来年の部員集めが楽になるので。
Yes, let's do it. Nishihai didn't have a single new member this year, so their numbers had dropped by 3. Let's start with whoever is actually here.
そういえば、ここ数日ひかりさんと連絡が取れないのですが、何かご存知ではないですか？
I predict she will run here in 5 minutes. She'll break the door and... yeah, anyway. We don't know either.
メッセージを送ってもずっと未読のままで何かあったんでしょうか？
About that, we have a favor to ask. Could you get in touch with Noriko? We think that Noriko knows how to contact her family. Noriko had been in the same school as Hikari, so it shouldn't be too hard to ask teachers or classmates how to contact Hikari's family.
わかりました。聞いてみます。
Project Starlight was a plan to promote astronomy across the entire city. The person, no, the star who came up with the plan was currently not with us. Ah, that's blinding. Hikari Hokiboshi of Electra. We had been waiting for her to return before acting on our plans, but as Honoka said, we hadn't heard from Hikari in a few days.
おお、やった
ね、かっこいいでしょ
The meet had been going on for a while, so Hinami and Nishika Girl had become bored and were fooling around on their phones.
そこの1年生、何をしているんですか？会議中ですよ。怒られた。
すいません。
何見てたの？
あのね、草壁さん、コメットガールって知らない？
コメットガール？知らない。コンソメ味っぽいね。お菓子？コメット彗星？
昨日くらいからネットで話題になってるんです。先輩たちも見てみてくださいよ。
Oh yeah, Takeichi had been talking about that right before we left. Well, just like passing comments, something will go viral. But Vinette will quickly move on to something else.
どれ？見せて。コロナさん。
Honoka's angry warning stopped Kurena in her tracks. Let's say that for after the meeting, Hinami.
ごめんなさい。
すいません。
We talk about the latest astronomical news, complaints about our budgets and how nobody recognizes us. It becomes a pretty boring meeting. Everybody's struggling, huh?
そうだね。
西高は今年も新入部員入ったし、ひとまず安泰って感じだよな。
ジンの先輩から来年は絶対2人以上新入部員を獲得しろって言命されてるから辛いよ。
Toyota was rubbing his chest.
うちもコロナさんが入ってくれましたが、来年のことを思うと不安になります。
Even the members who only show up for the astronomical shows had retired. Right now, there was only Honoka and Korona in Meiko's club. Well, after Hinami joined my club, I'm finally starting to understand what Hirima was telling me about. I need to find a way to help the club survive for Hinami. Almost painfully understood the president's, the one before me, predicament when he allowed me to join, even though I wouldn't look at the stars. I was finally starting to care about the club, similar to Nishikai and Moromisawa, who actually did regular club activities. But still, if there were no new members, the club would disband and the few clubs with members left over would be limited to what they could do. The Six Stars Club had been a lifesaver. It went beyond our own school and gathered people in one place, where we could do real astronomy. Because of that, we could be more confident when inviting new members.
みんなのためにも早く始め
I
たい
have
ね。
a feeling
プロジェクトスターライト。
whatever it is that earlier our non-member in the club was looking at the phone, and now what Hinami and the Nishi girl was looking at, it might be something involving Hikari, I think, as well too. I don't know, like, everything is telling me that for some reason. It's a gut feeling. Me too.
何やってんのさ、ピカリンは。
Onaka looked at the clock on the wall.
だいぶ時間を使ってしまいましたね。そろそろ出ましょうか。
The sun's going to set if we don't get a move on. Everybody started leaving the astronomy room according to each club president's orders. Outside, the clear autumn sky stretched far and wide. The forecast said it'd be a moonless night with no chance of rain until morning. And tomorrow was Saturday, so we didn't have to go to school. Yes. Wait, what? I thought that you go to school on Saturdays in Japan. Anyway, we couldn't pass upon such a perfect opportunity for stargazing. Today's Six Stars Club meeting was the first observation meetup we'd had in a while. Are we bringing out the big guns?
ちょっと休ませてください。
That was Toyoda from Nishikai after reaching the top of the slope.
情けねえぞ豊田。女子を見習え。
Yeah.
休んでる暇はありませんよ。日が沈む前に準備してしまわないと。
Let's go, Honoka. I expected you to be tough. Winter was coming. In a good way, okay? Winter was coming and days were getting shorter. The player at the Ichigo had to be ready for observation before it got dark. Come on, let's go! We're nearly there! I was short of breath too, but I took the lead and started walking.
行くぞ、豊田。ほら、肩貸してやっから。
わかったから引っ張らないでくれよ。
Bully the hell out of him. We climbed a bit further and entered the forest. The Pleiades Ichigo was being kept in the old train car that served as our storeroom. It was only light compared to the retail telescopes, and the mirror box containing the primary mirror was especially heavy. Since we couldn't move it by car, I want to keep it as close to the observations area as possible. Oi, Soya. After we entered the forest, I held on tight to my arm. Why? As she walked, but her eyes were glued to her phone the whole time. You'll fall over if you keep looking at that. Annoying. Told you. I caught her just as she was about to fall.
ごめんなさい。
What are you looking at so intently?
コメットガール。しーちゃんがアドレス送ってきたから見てたんだけど。
She was one of Saya's friends at school. That's seriously making the rounds. Is it that interesting? Intrigued, I sneak a look at Saya's phone.
っていうか、これって。
Seeing the arc from the angle, I learned that Comet Girl was a student, apparently. This mystery girl had swiftly appeared to save a trembling kitten trapped on the road and then swiftly vanished. Someone had uploaded a partial video of the event, and that's how the story had spread. No one knows who she is, but the name Comet Girl has stuck thanks to the impact of her kitten rescue, as well as her twin ponytail. Come on, we know who that is. I played the video embedded in the article. There was a kitten trembling in the middle of a 4-lane road. Is it 4-lane? Maybe. Car zooming past in both sides. It wasn't clear how it had gotten there. The person filming the video had come across the kitten and sounded very agitated. Even though it was afraid of the cars, the kitten looked like it was about to make a dash for it at any moment. Just watching made me flustered too. Damn it, someone go save it already. Just then something suddenly entered the frame. Someone, rather. A girl, but she ran with amazing speed. Weaving through the tiny gaps between cars, she picked up the trembling kitten while running. Alright. I realized my fists were clenched. With her twin ponytails trailing behind her, the girl ran across the road and disappeared. It was a dramatic video. From the initial angst to the girl's sudden appearance, and the word swift definitely captured that impact. No wonder it was spreading online. However... Huh? I was watching the video for the first time, but somehow I got a sense of déjà vu. That girl... The way she ran straight toward target, the familiar Ama High uniform. And those long twin ponytails. It was a low quality video, but despite that blurry images, I knew who she was. That's Hikari, right? What the heck was going on?
やっぱり光だよね。
Saya spoke in whisper, as if she still didn't believe it. But the girl in the video was Hikari, no doubt about it. Which meant the identity of the online station dubbed Comet Girl was in fact Hikari. It's been a while since we saw her.
何をしているんですか？早く行きますよ。
I soon realized that we had fallen far behind the rest of the group. Okay, got it, yeah! We raced to catch up with everyone.
光のやることだから。
Yeah, that's Hikari for you. It was amazing how that one comment of science made sense of the whole crazy situation. Such things were possible when it came to Hikari. According to everyone, people had only started talking about Comet Girl yesterday. Also, that article was written yesterday, and it said the video had been taken that morning. Hold on. Something wasn't right. That can't possibly be her over there, right?
誰がいますよ
She's in the car, isn't she? Todoida reached the platform first, and he sounded like... How did he reach it first? Like he's in a ghost or something. Everyone turned to follow his gaze. There was someone there. A girl in uniform was sitting on the roof of the train car. If it'd been dark out, you probably could have mistaken her for a ghost. He now looked at the girl and shouted out loud. Both of them had been online during the meeting. You could hear the amazement in their voices. Yeah, everything was the same as the video. She wore an Amaha uniform and her long twin ponytails danced in the wind. She must have heard us talking because Comet Girl turned around to face us. What are you doing here? Hikari. Looking at our surprised face, Hikari smiled smugly and stood up. For her next comment, she faced us fully. As usual, no one knew what the B was for, but that smug look and the V sign were unmistakably Hikari's. Hikari! Without a word, Hikari got off the train car roof and landed lightly on the platform. At the same time. Should have expected that.
その呼び方をするんじゃない。やっぱりピカリンだ。
Losing size gave Hikari smiled broadly. Too loud. Surveying Hikari's glump, somehow Saya looked so happy she almost cried. Meh. Bold of you to assume that you are at his level. Hikari. Hikari disentangled herself from Saya and turned to face me. Seeing each other after a year brought up all kinds of thoughts, but our feelings couldn't catch up. Welcome back.
申し訳ないですが、そういうのは後にしてください。
Honoka interrupted me before I could finish. Hey, hold on.
もう日が暮れます。
But Honoka pointed her index finger at the sky.
さあ皆さん、プレアデス1号を運び出すのを手伝ってください。
As Honoka gave her instructions, we remembered our assigned tasks and started work.
待って吉岡ちゃん。何ですか？5分。いや、3分でいいから時間ちょうだい。だって1年ぶりの再会なんだよ。私そのために寒い中ここでずっと待ってたんだよ。
You could have come to room. You knew we had a meeting, right?
天体の運行は人の都合になど構ってくれません。ひかりさんもよくご存知でしょう。
Totally expected her to do that.
さあ、急ぎましょ
う。はー
い。よし、やるか。
コメントガール。ひどいよ、あんまりだよ。ひかりさんも元気が有り余っているようなので、どうぞ手伝ってください。よしよし、続きは準備ができてからやろうね。
And so the emotional reunion was postponed as we got ready for the observation. I still want to finish my sentence and I wait there in one spot. Or something. Welcome back, Hikari.
ただいま、アキト。無言で見つめ合う幼なじみの二人。およそ1年ぶりの再会。その胸に巨来する思いとは。
Corona for the win. Let's go. Let's narrate this properly.
光、今だよ。 泣きながらアキトくんの胸に飛び込んで。
Saya, go away. You are not needed here.
できるかー。そんな気分もうすっかり萎えちゃったわよ。
Hey. Hikari's objection was reasonable, yeah. After all, we had just brought the Pleiades Ichigo, he assembled it and adjusted the optical axis. There wasn't much time, so we had all worked silently. We managed to get everything ready before sunset, but the shock and nostalgia of seeing Hikari again had vanished completely.
では普通に紹介しましょうか。と言っても、もう皆さんご存知だとは思いますが。コメットガール。ねえ、さっきからそれ何？
光知らないの？ネットで話題になってるんだけど。
コンソメ味のポテチ？新製品かな？早乙女に売ってる？
What? She really doesn't know about it. Seeing that everyone's looking at her in confusion, Hikari cocked her head on one side.
ではなく、この方がムツラボシの最後の一世。
Onaka gestured for Hikari to step forward.
天候天文部、ここに復活！エレクトラのほうき星光です。みんなよろしくね。
Those who had worked with Hikari since last year clapped and welcomed her back. The younger students didn't know her personally or had only heard of her through Sixers Club group chats.
ほうき星先輩ってこんな人だったんだ。
コメットガール先輩。
Hikari knew about the 5 years. The 5 years. The first years too, and went about putting the names from group chat to faces.
あなたが山田ひなみさんね。アキトンとこの後輩の。
こんばんは、ほうき星先輩。
Worried by Hikari's proximity and almost oppressed by her bosom, Hinami took a half step back.
よろしくね。ほうき星先輩、素敵な人だね。
それに胸が大きい。
Yeah. Hikari heard what the first years were saying about her. She was overjoyed. Anyway, why didn't you reply to our messages?
そうだよ、メッセージ未読のままだし、心配してたんだよ。
ああ、ごめん。スマホを踏んづけて割っちゃって。連絡先から何から全部スマホの中でしょ。こっちから連絡取りようがなくてさ。直接会えばいいかと思って早乙女行ったら、先生が店番してて、今日ムツラボシの観測会だって言うから。
So that's why she's been waiting up here.
いつの間に日本に帰ってきたの？
おととい、昨日から学校行ってるの。
She showed off her Yamaha uniform rather proudly. Even for the thick fabric, her chest was visible. It's not like she'd gotten bigger too. Yes. My hopes and dreams. That's right. Saya was looking at them jealously, obviously. Or perhaps that was just my imagination. Definitely not.
やっぱ日本はいいね。街は綺麗だし、お米美味しいし、そこらにコンビニあるし、テレビが日本語だし、お母さんの料理美味しいし。
Listen, if she flat, that means the hopes and dreams is something that person doesn't deserve, okay? Also, that means her heart is super small and there is actual no feelings, so remember that. Didn't you say you'd be gone a bit longer?
でもほら、早く始めたいじゃん。例の計画。
When Hikari said that, everyone looked at one another expectantly.
ってことは、いよいよ始めちゃうんだ。
Onaka looked at Sai at me and as if seeking confirmation and then at Hikari.
何？なんかまずいことでもあったの？
Not exactly. We couldn't contact you, so we couldn't start that project at all.
つまり、もう準備は OK と。
光の号令待ちだよ。
Hikari smiled brightly.
じゃあ、行っちゃおうか。
With white grin on our faces, we all nodded.
お願いしますね。プロジェクトリーダー。
She's the leader.
頼りにしてるよ、光。
Oh boy.
ピ カリンについてくよ。よーし、プロジェクトスターライトの開始をここに宣言しちゃうよ。
With everyone relying on her, Hikari was in high spirits. But we knew we could rely on her, because that's who Hikari was. There was a special gravity about her.
みんな、やるよ。
Why
明
would
るい
you say
夜のために。
gravity?
明るい夜のために
I was supposed to say that too, okay, to light up, then actually we can do this. We don't
明るい夜のために
Are you ready?
明
To
るい
light up
夜
the
のため
night.
に
Dude, it's 4 a.m. So accurate when it comes to game too. Hikari screamed, holding Saya's phone in one hand. On screen, she saw herself pick up the kitten and run off.
これ光だよね。
おお、そうだと思う。
本当に知らなかったの？
Hikari shook her head.
だってスマホ壊れちゃってたし。
Sa and I were pretty surprised when we watched the video, but Hikari's mind was blown.
ヒカリン超有名人じゃん。
Is there going to be a chop? Hikari didn't even notice that Koran called her Pikarin and just kept staring at Saya's phone. She was really shocked.
光？
まあいっか。
Well, you're taking it lightly.
だって悪いことして有名になったわけじゃなし、コメントもよくやったってみんな褒めてくれてるよ。
よっ。
それにさ、どうせみんなすぐに飽きちゃうでしょ。
That's true.
でもびっくりだね。まさか動画に撮られてたなんて。
You never know these days. According to Hikari, the day after she came back to Japan, she found the kitten on the way to Amahai and ran right in to save it. Then she found its mother and siblings, so she returned the kitten and went off to school.
コメットがあるか。なんかアイドルみたいで可愛いね。
Hikari gave a weird smile. Well, if she doesn't mind, so be it.
さて、そろそろ遅いですし、お開きにしましょうか。
Onaka was right. Today's observation wasn't an overnight one. We had to leave while the trains were still running.
じゃあ撤収準備始めるっす。トヨタ、空見。
Got it. The boys started dismantling the Pleiades Ichigo. And by that I also include myself. Today's observation went well, huh?
そうだね。やっとブログの読者にプレアデス1号で見る天体の姿を見せてあげられる。
Tonight's theme was Mars, since it was the right time to observe it. In addition, we took some direct focus photographs with the Pleiades Ichigo. Direct focus photography is where you replace the lens of an SLR camera with a telescope. Wow. We removed the lens of a camera, attached it to the Pleiades Ichigo's eyepiece, and tried taking some photos. The results were great. The photos captured the feel of the night sky. Now we could show the readers of our blog the sky as seen through the homemade telescope, the Pleiades Ichigo.
それじゃあ運ぶぞ。
Okay. And so the short but fruitful observation meetup came to an end. Or did it?
先輩、お疲れ様です。お疲れ様です。皆さん、気をつけて帰ってくださいね。
あざした。
それじゃあまた。
When we got to the station, we all went to our separate ways home. The only ones left were Sai and I, who lived nearby in Hikari, whose house was the furthest of all. When's your train?
あと5分くらいで来るみたい。
That wasn't enough to grab a cup of coffee, so we waited by the gates.
でも本当にびっくりした。いきなり帰ってくるんだもん。
ドッキリ大成功。
It's hard to relax when you're around, that's for sure. How about doing things normally for a change?
そんなのつまんないじゃん。
Yep.
やっぱ楽しくないとね。
For the last part, Hikari seemed to be talking to herself.
あ、そうだ。お土産あるから今度持ってくるね。
お話も聞きたいな。向こうでの暮らしとか。
聞かせちゃう。今度アキトの部屋でパジャマパーティーやろうよ。
Huh? You dork.
なんでよ
We're not kids anymore.
ほほ何がどう違うんですかな具体的にお願いします。
Hikari probably snickered, not sniggered, but I felt my face turn red as I looked away.
はあ、赤くなってる。ほら見て見てさや。
本当だね。
Why for? Now Saya was making fun of me too.
秋とのむっつりも相変わらずか。
Thank you. Shut up! Straining at his leash, Kotaru was wagging his tail and barking.
コタち
So I just couldn't help going over to pet Kotaru.
相変わらず小太郎はさやにデレデレだね。
For some reason. Even if I'm the only one, the one, only, the one who walks him every day. Dude, I know the feeling. It was the same for me.
まあでもしゃあないよ。さやは可愛いから。
Meh. He glanced over at me as she said this. I knew more or less what she was trying to say. No, Hikari, it's not happening. I don't care about her. Hey, don't you even get any ideas. You're no good at the kind of thing anyway, and it's not gonna happen.
そんなことないもん。タケとジンノさん、うまくいってるんでしょ
I guess Takechi had really set the precedent there, yeah. But what's the saying? Fuck. What is the saying? Even... is that this one? The chicken? Saying... Fuck. There is such the saying that, you know, and... fuck. I don't... God damn it. Oh, this is the one, I think. But I don't know if it's also... in English. Maybe this is... Oh, okay. I think it is... Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn sometimes. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. Even a blind pig finds a truffle sometimes. Yeah. That's what we could answer to her with. That's due to Take's hard work, not yours. Don't be so smug.
童貞のアキトに言われたくない。ねえ、まだ童貞なんでしょ
I looked away from Hikari.
恥ずかしがることないって。
Hikari patted me on the shoulder. I want to pinch her cheeks until she cried.
ところでさ、あれはどんな感じなの
How's what? What do you mean by that?
前に星を見てると不安になるって言ってたあれよ。もう平気になったのかなって。
Oh, I wish you stopped these segues from things like Virginia to serious topics. And as soon as Hikari got a little worried and looked up at the sky. Yeah, actually there is still a bit of that. It's not as bad as before, but it's still there.
そっか。
Hikari sounded gloom and then... Ow!
私が帰ってきたからには、そんな不安、銀河の果てまで蹴り飛ばしてやるわ。
With a smile, Hikari took my hand in hers. Unlike her words, her touch was gentle. Saya had gotten a refill of playing. We've got her in the tent without us noticing. Of course you have to ruin the moment, don't you? I knew it. She had to go and ruin the moment. Hikari suddenly hugged Saya and started caressing her hair.
私は小太郎よりあんたを撫でたいよ。よーしよしよしよし。
くすぐったいよ、光。
いっぱい一緒に遊ぼうね、さや。ああ、そうだ。今度デートしよ
う。いいよ。またハーバータウン行こう。新しいお店もできたんだよ。
Look at the girls playing around. I got a little jealous. If I did the same thing to them, I'd get slapped, you know. Yeah, you two get along really well, huh?
当たり前じゃん。だってさやは私の親友だもん。ねえさや。
Just then we heard the sound of the train's wheels.
来たよ。
もっとさやをスリスリしてたいけど、しょうがない。帰るか。
Hikari walked away from Saya toward the gates. And just before entering the station, she looked back.
明日から頑張ろうね。プロジェクトスターライト。
Yay! Hikari struck pose and ran through the gates and to the train and the platform. Things are gonna get a lot more interesting around here starting tomorrow. That is so true, because things for the... You know why there have not been really any scenes from the time when Hikari was not around? Because with Saya nothing interesting happens.
そうだね。
I had to. For no reason at all, we stood there and watched the train disappear into the night.
ねえ、あきとくん。
What? What?
やっぱり、また今度でいいや。
Dude, you are so annoying. Don't do that. Come on.
じゃあね、また明日。
Oi, don't say that, Akito. You are not going to do that. I don't agree to that. With that, Saya took off. Oi, be careful not to fall. And she fell. No surprise there. What's up with her? What's up with her? She will be interfering in your life. Right now, as I told you. I'm telling you, man. You should have rejected her there properly straight out of the gates. But no, you never listened to me. God damn it. Anyway, let's end the episode right here. I'm going to bed. It's 4 in the morning. It's after 4 in the morning. Time to get some sleep. Yeah, there's a long weekend here. Like a really long one. 5 days, basically. Anyway, still, hope you enjoyed. Hope you also share my lack of feelings for Saya. If you do, consider liking the video. If you don't share those feelings, also consider liking the video. Of course, subscribe. Why is this thing changing? Whatever. Yes, as I said, subscribe if you're new. That is super nice to see, obviously. And Twitch with Instagram in the description if you're into that stuff. You can follow me there too. And with that all being said, hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye bye.